In example 3, we are told that Drew flew a drone at a rate of 330 feet in 15 seconds. And we want to know how many miles per hour is this. So we're going from feet to miles, and we're going from seconds to an hour. So we want to know how many feet are there in a mile. Well, there are 5,280 feet per mile. And we might not recognize right offhand how many seconds are there in an hour. So we can use steps. We know there are 60 seconds in a minute, and there are 60 minutes in an hour. And we could just recognize that that's 60 times 60, which is 3,600, or we could write it out in our steps, which is what I'm going to do with our unit analysis. So we start off with what we're given. We are given 330 feet in 15 seconds. So first off, we know we're going to have, let's go ahead and get rid of the feet. And we're converting to miles. So in 1 mile, there is 5,280 feet. Or I guess I should say there are 5,280 feet. So that's going to get rid of the feet. Now we want to get rid of the seconds. So we'll put, since it's on the bottom in the beginning, we'll put seconds on top. And first we'll step up to minutes. We'll convert that to, there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. But we don't want minutes, we want per hour. So we still need to convert minutes to hours. So minutes is in the bottom. To get rid of it, we have to put it in the top. We know hour is going to be in the bottom. So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Now we can go through and cancel our units to make sure that we end up with what we want, which again is miles per hour. So we have feet cancels here, seconds cancels here, and minutes cancels here, and we're left with miles on top and hours on the bottom. So now we multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, so we have 330 times 1 times 60 times 60 divided by 15 times 5,280. And let's go ahead and we can reduce a little beforehand. We're looking at, well, let's go ahead and start with this. There are 4 15s in 60. 15 times 4 is 60. And then we can divide 330 by 10, which gives us 33. So we'll just mark out the 0 here. 5,280 divided by 10 is 528. But now, wait a minute. We still have 2 even numbers, so we know that it'll at least be divisible by 2. And if we add 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 5 is 15, the digits of 528, what's left, we get a multiple of 3. So we know it's divisible by 3. So it's even, so it's divisible by 2. The digits add up to a multiple of 3, so we know it's divisible by 3. So let's go ahead and 60 divided by 6, because 2 and 3 make 6. That's going to be 10. And 528 divided by 6, that's going to be 88. Now we still have a number that's divisible by 2. 88 and 10 or 4. We know 88 is also divisible by 4, so let's go ahead and get rid of the 4. That's going to become a 1. And then 88 divided by 4 is going to be 22. 22 times 4 is 88. And yet again, we have 22. So we could divide by 2 and divide the 10 by 2. But we need to recognize what's even simpler is that 33 and 22 are both divisible by 11. 33 divided by 11 is 3. 22 divided by 11 is 2. And then finally we can reduce yet again. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then what we're left with on top is 3 times 5. And what we're left with on bottom is just 1. So that equals 15. And again, we're left with miles per hour, just like we wanted. 15 miles per hour. Now, this was a lot of reduction beforehand. If you wanted to, you could just go ahead and multiply out 330 times 60 times 60 divided by the 15 times 5,280. You could go ahead and multiply out 330 times 60 times 60, and that's going to give us 188,000 divided by 15 times 5,280. So we'll go ahead and do that. Equals 79,200. Now the zeros we can go ahead and cancel right off the bat. And that leaves us with 11,880 divided by 792. And then we could make that a long division problem. So 11,880 divided by 792. 792 will go into 1,188 one time. Subtract, we get 6. This becomes 18. This becomes a 0. So then 18 minus 9 is 9. And then 10 minus 7 is 3. Bring down your 0. And then that is going to end up being 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 9 times 5 is 45. Plus 1 is 46. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 4 is 39. And we get the same result either way, 15 miles per hour.